Copenhagen, spring 2015. A barge sails past full of tourists on one of the canal tours offered nearby. It's a windy day and two young women are hurrying along to avoid getting caught out in the rain that they clearly believe is coming. It's warm, one of the first warm days of the year, and the streets are busy with shoppers and visitors from near and far, as there are sights to see. A dog hisses at a barking cat in a windowsill. All is right with the world. Meanwhile, a man shouts obscenities behind a closed door, and a woman can be heard whimpering pleas for mercy before the telltale sounds of someone getting punched with a closed fist can be heard. A child is crying nearby in another room. A stern-looking woman walks past in the hallway towards a tall, broad figure in the shadows. "It is done," she says, and the figure nods. "Continue. I do not want this to end. See to it that none of them die." "As you command," the woman replies. Meanwhile, a teenage boy with long hair is hanging out with two friends of his at the mall. It's a good place to scope out people and ogle girls, and they seem to be having a good time. They're all smoking. Suddenly the boy feels dizzy. Violently dizzy. For a moment he thinks it might be nicotine shock, but it feels different. He staggers to his feet and begins walking away on unsteady legs. Then everything goes dark. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Copenhagen Dreaming. This is another of our introduction sessions. This one with Henrik, who is a new player to our group and a friend of mine. We are going to introduce your character of August. Am I correct? Yeah. Yes. And as you've just heard from the introduction there, you are currently at Fisketorvet Mall and not doing too well.
Yeah, I just went out.
Yep.
Out cold.
Out cold with your two mates who are obviously trying to get in contact with you, and you're sort of they do manage to get you kind of conscious, but very groggy.
Yeah.
What do?
Well, I think a good idea here would be to actually see if I can stagger to the toilets and get some fresh water in the face.
Probably a good idea. You managed to get, with their help, you managed to get back to your feet. One of them looks at you and is like, "Shit, dude, you look like you've seen a ghost. All color just vanished. What the fuck?"
Yeah, started feeling like nicotine shot, but something happened.
The other guy looks at his cigarette, basically is like, "This isn't even, it's just tobacco."
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Must have been something wrong with the tobacco.
Must have been.
I feel like shit.
Let's get you to the toilets. And they half support you, half haul you there. because your legs don't, every 2 or 3 or 4 steps or so your legs don't really want to obey you, but you do get to the bathrooms at the mall, and you get to the mirrors, of course, where the sinks are, and you get some water in your face, and you really do look like death.
Yeah.
You've never seen yourself this pale, and you're starting to feel really ill.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Nope.
Well, a sip of water and then let's go to the rooftop.
Yep.
Get some fresh air.
Yep. They're kind of cool with that, obviously. They, especially because actually getting to the rooftop there means that you have to sort of, get through a couple of doors that you aren't really allowed to go through, which makes it all the more worthwhile. so they help you get up to the first door. Is no problem. The second door is locked.
Well, that shouldn't be a big problem.
No, you have, as I recall, you have a bit of larceny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the door doesn't stay locked for very long in that case. The whole plastic card and the used to shove the shutter in the door thing works, and you're on the rooftops.
Yeah.
And one of your friends is like, dude, maybe I should call your mom or something. Your dad's. You really look ill.
Yeah, let's just fresh air a little bit, and then we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
The day's still young.
Yep, it is. And damn, there are some fine-looking chicks downstairs.
Yeah.
And so they get you to a place where you can sit down, and one of them offers you another cigarette because what the hell else is he gonna do?
But I'm obviously going to take it.
Of course, because just because one cigarette is broken doesn't mean the next one is.
Exactly.
Yep. So and you light it up, and there's nothing wrong with the cigarette at all. You feel the smoke filling up your lungs, and everything is as it normally is. And then
that's fine. Then it's just a matter of time before I'm back on my feet again.
And yeah, absolutely. And while you're sitting there, and just hanging out, you do feel kind of woozy still. And while you're sitting there, suddenly a flying lizard lands in front of you.
What kind of lizard?
Well, I think the closest description would be a miniature pterodactyl.
Well, that's weird.
Yes, it really is. And what's even more weird is that apparently your friends don't see it, because they're not reacting to it.
Well, it must have been something I ate.
Must have been.
Yeah. You guys seeing that thing?
What thing?
I thought so. Then it might have been something I've eaten. Because if I see things you guys don't, then yeah, it might be a good idea to go home and lay down.
Yeah, Jesus, that's the last time I eat at that pizza joint.
Yeah, good idea.
So you need help getting home, or are you gonna manage?
No, I just go down and take the bus.
All right. Well, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Yeah, you head downstairs, and obviously there are plenty of buses nearby, so it's not a problem getting home.
Exactly.
And on the way there, again, you're groggy and queasy, but you're conscious, definitely. And while you're on the bus, it stops at one point, and a young woman gets on. At least you think she's a woman. She's got horns and goat's legs.
Well, sure as hell not gonna eat at that joint again.
Yeah,
this is just getting too weird.
Yep. She looks around in the bus for a while, and then she smiles widely and comes over and sits in the seat next to you. Hi.
I'll just look up the corner of my eye and just try to ignore her completely.
Yeah, she the thing, apart from the fact that she's that she's got weird legs and horns, she's kind of pretty, in a kind of strange way, but she's looking you up and down. She is definitely, I mean, for all you know, she's definitely scoping you out.
That's kind of nice, but I'm not sure what to do about that.
Nope.
Because no.
She's like,
I think I'm just gonna say hi and keep on ignoring her.
Yes. She says, "I think you need some help. Because you don't look like you have the first clue what's going on."
Yeah, you might be more right than you think, but that's fine. I'm just going home to lie down right now.
Yeah, sure. Don't worry, she says. I'll follow you home, so you make sure you get there in one piece.
Why you want to follow me?
Because I know what's happening to you right now.
What's happening to me? I ate a bad pizza.
Yeah, let me guess this. If you are seeing me the way I think you're seeing me, you can see these, she says, and taps her horns.
Definitely a wrong pizza.
She says, no, it's not the pizza. You're just, well, you're waking up to the dream. Which I know makes no sense, but it should soon.
Well, if I'm dreaming, then I should go to bed.
No, that's the thing. You have been dreaming, or maybe not quite. The dreams are real. I have all the answers you need. All you need to do is listen.
So I ate a bad pizza, go on the bus, meet someone who's quite literally out of the head, and you want me to listen to you.
No, I'm
Why?
not, because I'm not out of my head. I know exactly what is happening to you. And it's nothing to do with the pizza.
Well, no matter what is happening to me, it is a bus in the middle of the town is not a place to discuss it.
No, that's true. So
And you're freaking me out a little bit.
I'm
Who
sure
are
I
you?
am. My name is Maya, she says.
Oh, okay. Um. So what is this? Is it hallucinations? What is it?
No, this is actually reality. If it was hallucinations, I wouldn't really know what's going on with you after all.
Well, wouldn't the voices in my head tell me what that they know what's going on and lure me into even more hallucinating?
Only if you were really mad, but you're not. I mean, if I was a hallucination, I wouldn't be solid. So, you can try poking me if you want. I guarantee you I'm right here.
Yeah, there might be, but if what I have heard about things like LSD and stuff like that, I wouldn't actually be able to tell if you were solid or not.
That's true, but unless you've been taking that kind of shit, then there you go.
Well, I have no clue what bad food does to you. So,
It usually give you the runs.
yeah, probably.
If you had eaten a bad pizza, you would be sitting in a toilet right now groaning.
I started out in the toilet, groaning.
Yeah, but you've still got your pants on, so, you know.
True that. But for the sake of argument, let's say you're right and I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Then what am I supposed to do with this?
Oh, there's a lot you could do with it. And you're about to get to the stop where you need to get off, by the way. So,
I'll just get off.
yeah, she follows. Is there...
Are you going to follow me
Yeah,
for the rest of the day?
at least until you get home.
Oh,
You know, just to make sure you're safe.
that's almost nice.
I'm generally a nice person. I try to be, at least.
Looking at the horns person.
Sorry, what? I didn't hear that.
I'm just staring at her horns and saying person.
Yes, well, I'm a satyr, as it's called. You know, like out of myth and legend, except we're real.
So you're telling me that what was the book we were supposed to read? Something about a lion and a wardrobe thingy. They told us to read at school.
It's not
So you're
completely
from there?
off. No, I'm not from there, but it's not completely off. A lot of the beasts you hear about in that book are, you know, real, like me. But I don't come from Narnia. I don't come from Narnia. I come from Copenhagen.
Yeah, you're not making a strong case for yourself.
No, I guess I'm not, but, you know, you in the end, you've got to trust the evidence of your own eyes, don't you?
As far as I know, your own eyes can actually deceive you.
Oh, by the way,
That's what-
just a moment, she says, and because her cell phone is buzzing, she picks it up and says with a big smile, she says, "Oh, hi, yeah, I did find out where it came from. I'm with him right now. He's kind of confused. Yeah, I know we all are. And anyway, you know, I'm at Islands Brygge. If you want to come by, just home in on my cell phone. And she hangs up. She says, another one of us. Except she's not a satyr. She's a troll.
Yeah, and this is the point where I bolt.
Yep. The thing is, you run, and she quite effortlessly catches up with you.
I'll take an alley and climb rooftops, whatever. I'll just complete panic bolt.
Yes. And she will continue to keep up with you. Because she runs really, 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 really fast.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and her reaction really is, hey, slow down. I don't mean you any harm.
Yeah, you might say so. But then why the hell are you following me?
Because I want to make sure you're safe. What's just happened to you is like a beacon to lots of nasty creatures all over Copenhagen, and they're going to be looking for you.
And what happened to me?
Well, you've turned into one of us, except not quite like me. From the look of your ears and your eyes, I'd say you're a she, an elf.
Just go to the nearest window and look at myself. Just
Yeah, you
looking.
have kind of weird ears all of a sudden, and you look a lot hotter than you normally do. As in, majorly better. You would probably not have that much difficulty getting the girls to swoon over you anymore.
That's a nice thing.
Yeah,
But
it's
again,
kinda cool.
since it's all in my head, what does it matter?
Yes.
So, cool. I'm hallucinating myself pretty. That's weird.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's because it's not a hallucination. Look,
Yeah.
you just ran and I caught up with you.
Yeah, and that just confirms that you're a hallucination because you cannot run away from your own mind.
No, that's true. It could also be because I've got digitigrade legs and you know, satyrs run really quickly. Look, she says, if it'll make it any easier for you, I can just give you my phone number and you can call me when you've slept. That's fine. I just want to make sure you're safe. That's all.
Yeah, sure. Let's put it in my phone and then I'll see what happens.
Yeah, no problem. She gives you her phone number. And
Yeah.
and she says, so you live nearby here, so, you know, just so that I don't leave you in an alleyway somewhere where something nasty can find you, like a, you know, dragon or something.
Yeah, this is my part of the hood.
Okay, good. Well, I don't think there are any dragons in this part of Copenhagen, so you should be okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hear from you later.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she just about says that when you see the tallest and most muscular woman you've ever seen in your life at the other end of the alleyway going, Maya, is this the guy? Except the woman in question also has horns and she's blue.
Yeah, I'll go the other way.
Yes.
Just go home.
Yep. And Maya just, you know, you can hear her behind you saying, "Yeah, it's him. I gave him my phone number. We'll see if he calls. I'm pretty sure he will when he wakes up and it hasn't gone away."
Yeah, in a voice just saying, "You're right." Shit.
Shit. Yes. So you get home.
Yeah, I'm going home, going straight to the covers and trying to get myself some sleep.
Yes. You can fall asleep quite easily. You have the funkiest dreams you've ever had in your life.
Yeah?
You on horseback fighting armies of really icky creatures that could have come straight out of the Narnia books, for that matter, and you at you know, like noble courts with lots of other people that have pointy ears and they're all looking, they're all looking askance at you. They're all treating you like you're something disgusting. That part of the dream obviously isn't all that fun or nice. And you see lots and lots of weird creatures in that dream.
Yeah.
And when you wake up, you are no longer in your bed.
Where am I?
You are sitting, you know the place, you are about a mile away from home, and you're sitting up against a wall in an area where there are lots of boats moored, privately owned boats moored at a small quay, and there's nobody else around.
So somewhere down Newham.
Yeah, exactly. And there's nobody else there, which in itself is strange because the place should be teeming with people.
Yeah. What time of day is it?
It is at this time of day. It's late afternoon, just starting to get. It's not dark yet, but the shadows are getting longer.
Yeah, this place should be filled with couples and shite.
Yeah, it should be.
It's a good place to pickpocket.
Yeah, that too. And
well,
oh, sorry, please.
That's kind of weird. So I'm just gonna go up and look around a bit.
Yep. And you get to your feet, and the next thing you hear is a gravelly voice going, "Ooh, look! I think we found a pointy here. Come on, guys. Do you think anybody's gonna miss him when we eat him?" And you see a couple of actual monstrosities coming towards you out of the darkness from a nearby alleyway. They have mangled faces. They're dripping with blood. One of them doesn't even have a lower jaw. The tongue is just sort of lolling out, and their teeth are filed into points, and they're both cracking their knuckles, as in, we're gonna be fighting you in a moment, and it's gonna really, really, really hurt.
Well, I know how to win any kind of fight.
Mm-hmm.
If they can't hit me, they can't beat me.
No,
thereby,
that's true.
I bolt.
Yes, like shit. And as you bolt, you suddenly you turn a corner and you bump into a man. He's about 2 meters 10 tall.
Holy shit.
And he's also blue. He's kind of dark blue. And he's got the biggest fucking hammer you've ever seen in your life over his shoulder. He looks down at you and is like, "Whoa. Right, kid. I think you attracted some unwelcome attention. Let me take care of him."
I think I'll scrounge over the ground and see what happens.
Yes. Well, he steps past you, and these two creatures that were going to fight you, they come around the corner, and as they do so, one of them is met in a perfect swing by this huge guy's hammer, and is literally sent flying into the canal. The other one just, its eyes, that's the one without a lower jaw, its eyes goes massively wide, and it scrambles to get away. Because, shit. And the guy looks back down to you a moment later and goes, "So, are you, prepared to listen now? Maya said you weren't too keen earlier."
I think right about now is the time where my pre-adolescent brain just freezes over and just stares at him.
Yeah.
Complete and utter disbelief.
Yeah. He comes over and puts the hammer, leans on the handle of the hammer while he's put the head down on the ground. And he extends a hand down to you to help you up.
Well, since I've gone crazy, I might as well enjoy it. So I'll grab his hand.
Yes. Yep, you get back up, and he just brushes you off somewhat, and just looks at you and goes, "Yep, you're definitely a she." And no, that doesn't mean that you're female. Don't worry, it's just the way it's pronounced. An elf. Good lord, as if we didn't have enough of you guys in the city already.
An elf.
Yeah, best way I can put it.
So this hallucination is a combination between Narnia and Lord of the Rings.
I suppose if you want to continue to think that it's a hallucination, but eventually I'm pretty sure you're going to figure out that it's all real. You might as well get used to it. My name's Thomas, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Look, we need to get you somewhere safe. If these guys are out to get you, we need to get you somewhere safe.
Yeah.
How about you come with me?
Well, sure, why not? Doesn't seem like I'm able to run away from you anyway, so.
No, we're kind of aware that you're here now, and we, believe it or not, we actually want to try to help you, even if you're trying to run away from us. He says, and he gestures for you to follow, and he heads over to a car and gets in. Come along.
Well, I'm gonna follow.
Yeah.
What the hell? What's the worst thing?
What's yes? If you're going mad anyway, what's the worst that can happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he takes you to a downtown to a what's it called? To the Glyptothek, the museum.
Yeah.
It's closed at this time of day. You know that all the public buildings are closed at this time of day. It is getting late enough for that. And yet he walks right up to the walls next to the actual doors and opens a door that appears right before your eyes.
That's fancy.
Yep, it really is, he says, and gestures for you to walk through it.
Well, I'll just have a closer look at the door and the latch and so on.
Yep. I mean, now that it's open, it looks like a perfectly normal door.
Neat little trick.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in how to get out again.
Same way.
So that's just a regular door. No, nothing.
Nope.
There.
Well, you can see it. I can see it. Normal people can't see it.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Makes it easier to get in and out when everything else is closed.
Yeah. So, but you can go first.
Yeah, sure. He walks in.
I've seen what he can do with that hammer.
Yeah, don't worry. I am not hitting you with it.
So I'll just follow.
Yep, he walks in and walks through the museum full of all the old statues and stuff that is there, and gets to a large, seemingly empty wall. And he walks up to it and says, "All right, pay attention," he says, and he knocks a certain sequence on the wall. And a huge pair of double doors appear.
Ooh, I've seen that on Harry Potter too.
yeah, you keep thinking that that's what it's about. Yes. And he uses a foot to push open the doors with the hammer over his shoulder. He's kind of irreverent about the whole thing. He opens the doors. From what you can figure out, this is an outer wall. There shouldn't be anything behind this wall except outside. But when he opens it into a huge, huge room. It looks like a throne room. Obviously, there are, for one thing, there's an actual throne in there. There are also quite a lot of people who look really, really weird.
So more of the same.
A lot more. Including people of types you haven't seen before. Some of them are quite creepy. There are a couple more of these blue people. Several more of the ones with horns and goat's legs.
So more satyrs and what was the troll?
Yeah, he says, that would be someone like me. I'm a troll. Those over there, that one is a satyr. Oh, hi Maya. She waves back. And the ones over there, they're called knockers. You look over and you see some creatures in steampunk gear with white faces and red noses. You also see creatures that, for all intents and purposes, could be hobbits. They're short, they're plump. One of them is holding a big cake. And he gestures for you to still follow.
Yeah, I'll just follow and shut up right now.
Yeah. He takes you through the room and up towards the throne, where a woman turns around, and she is, without any comparison, the single most beautiful creature you've ever seen in your life. It's mind-boggling. She has more appearance than is humanly possible. Basically, she's an appearance 6.
Yeah.
She turns around and looks at you and raises an eyebrow as this man approaches with you, and she goes, "Oh, someone new. How interesting." And a she, no less. She extends a hand to you.
I'll just grab her hand and shake it.
Yes.
Walking like I do.
Yes. She says, "It's nice to meet you. My name is Elizabeth, and I take it you must be very confused."
Yeah, just nod vigorously and continue gawk.
Go.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Very pretty lady.
Very, very pretty lady. Yes. And she says, "Okay, listen, Thomas, thank you for bringing him, but I'll take it from here." And the tall blue fellow just nods and says, "Yep, sure, I'm happy to be out of here. Bye." And he heads off again.
He gets a short wave. Yeah,
Yep.
just
He gives you a wave on the way out.
Yeah.
And this woman, Elizabeth, looks at you and says, "All right. How much has anyone told you yet?"
something about a dream, and that's about it.
Something.
And that I'm a female elf.
No, we are
Hmm.
called she. You are in fact quite male. I'm sure of that from your looks. No, that's just the name of our kind of fairy, because that's what we are.
I thought fairies were transvestites.
No, that's an unfortunate nickname. No, all of us here, everyone in this room, is some kind of fairy creature. Elves, knockers, boggans, the short ones over there, satyrs, all of us.
Yeah, I met Maya earlier.
Yeah, she did mention that she met someone new, but she forgot to tell me that you're someone like me, that you're an elf as well.
Well, who decides what you are and what you become and things like that?
Yeah.
How does that get determined?
How does that get determined? Oh,
Yeah.
it's...
Are we born into this? Are
Yes.
my parents
Yes, you are.
this way too?
No, probably not. If they were, we would have known about them by now, but I have no doubt that somewhere in your family there has been someone like you and me. It's very, very rare for that to not be the case, but it can have been several generations ago. But yes, you are born to it. And usually around your age, that's when we wake up and realize what's been going on.
Oh, I see. Well, how do everybody cope with this when they, what did you say, wake up?
Some don't. Some go mad from the experience, and they usually end up dying, which is a tragedy, obviously. Some get caught by foul creatures out there in the world who kill them before we have a chance to find them and help them. And the rest of us cope by learning little by little what this is all about. As you can see, you're not alone. Quite a lot of us.
So you say I wake up, become very beautiful, and then I have to go to even more school? I hate school.
No, we don't go. We don't have classrooms. We don't use classrooms.
Okay.
Don't worry about that. It's schools are boring.
First thing you've said I can agree on.
No, schools are boring. It's far more fun to learn while doing.
Yeah.
So, in your case, you're not the only one we've found recently. So there are quite a few. Quite a few new kids around here, and we're probably going to be explaining things, obviously, and then letting you discover what the world out there is really like when you're like us, she says, and she holds out her hand to the side, and the small flying lizard that you saw earlier lands on her hand. And she feeds it a goodie from her pocket.
Oh, that thing again.
Oh right, yes. Oh, he's just.
What is that?
He's a good friend.
And what is it?
It's a creature of dreams. We call them chimera.
So I'm dreaming again, or am I? Oh my
No,
God,
you
what am
can.
I?
No, you are awake, but dreams are more real than people think they are, and you can see things. That's what we can do as fairies. We can see where dreams slip over into reality, because that's what we are as well. We are part dream and part reality.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah,
Well,
and it'll make more sense in time. Trust me, she says and grins. It doesn't make much sense at first, but once you've met enough of these creatures, you'll start to see. Have you ever seen anything really weird in your life? Like, oh, I don't know. Someone, two people fencing, mock fencing in the street with newspapers or something like that. Have you ever seen some, people behaving really strangely?
yeah.
Yeah, there's a good chance that would have been some of us, where you just haven't been able to see yet that what you saw as newspapers were actually swords, for example, if that was what you had seen. You might have seen someone walking down the street while having a conversation with someone next to them. Yeah, sure, that person might actually be, because there wasn't anyone actually walking next to them. That person may have been crazy, unfortunately, but it might also have been one of us having a conversation with one of these chimerical creatures walking next to us. That sort of thing.
Well, that sounds a little bit ridiculous, because every time you walk down Style or come near Control or something like that,
Yep.
you always see crazy people.
Yeah. And some of them, no doubt, are us. Because it's not crazy when you can see what's going on. It's only crazy when you can't. Not every one of them will be, but there's something like 130, 140 of us in Copenhagen, so, all in all.
Nice. I think maybe.
It
I
is.
don't know.
Well, mostly it's nice because there are some real assholes out there as well.
It always is.
Always. There's some, there's one kind of fairy. We call them red caps. They're really violent, and generally speaking, I wouldn't get near them if I were you, because they really don't like people like you and me. They really want to kill all of us.
And how do I recognize those?
They look like monsters, mangled faces. They usually try to eat everything they get near.
Oh, I met some of those.
And you escaped. That's definitely your good fortune.
Thomas was there.
Oh, right, right. Yeah, he's one of our strongest warriors.
He wackadoodled them.
Yeah, he does that. Look, you look like you can, move, by the way. You would probably be really good at fighting if you get taught how.
Well, I usually don't back down from a fight, but these are monsters. I don't know how to fight that.
No. I think you did the right thing by not standing and fighting them.
So,
At least not yet. Not until we manage to teach you how to do it properly.
learned pretty early on the best way to win a fight is not to get hit.
That is definitely one way of winning it. If you can outlast your opponent and they don't hit you, then in the end you're certainly going to win.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm not
Hit
much.
hard and don't get hit.
Yeah, I'm not much good at fighting myself. My father is a great warrior, though. He might be able to teach you a few things if he can find the time. And other than that, there are several other people around here who can teach you.
So your father's also an elf?
Yes, my father is the man who rules Copenhagen.
So you're princess?
No, I'm a baroness. He is a duke.
A what?
We use noble titles.
Oh. Okay.
So
That sounds fancy.
it is kind of, and you are one of us, so I'm pretty sure that once we've investigated once we've had someone look into your family history, I'm pretty sure we're going to find out what noble title applies to you.
I'm not very noble.
That's just something you think. Most elves are. At some point. What's your name?
August.
August, yeah, but your family name.
Be
Isn't that that's an old family, isn't it?
sort of. At least a couple of 100 years.
See, we're going to take a look at that and just figure out who the Bia family originally were and see if there isn't a title attached to it, because, as I said, there usually is for us.
Well, what good is a title?
It gives you some influence, it gives you some, gives you the opportunity to let's just say it gives you a little bit of power.
Yeah, but with power comes responsibility, doesn't it?
Depends on how high a title you get. If it's just in the lower tier, it just gives you a little bit of power and not all that much responsibility.
Oh, you sound like my father.
Maybe your father knows more than he lets on in that case.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't worry, we're not going to be mean about it. Mostly, this is about having fun. Believe it or not, this is about having fun.
I can get behind that.
Yep. Because if you don't have fun, dreams turn into nightmares. And we're not terribly good with nightmares.
No, but isn't that the red caps?
Yep. That's another reason why we try to avoid the assholes.
Well, they certainly look like something out of a nightmare.
Yeah, they really are. The ones we have in Copenhagen really are. We have, I think, one red cap who's rational and sensible, and you can actually have a conversation with the man. The rest of them are insane killers. But yeah, in the end, it's about having fun with insane killers thrown into the mix.
So, and the insane killers want to kill us all, and you're just letting them?
No, we're fighting back when we can. That's why Thomas played, what was it you said? Whack-a-mole, or what was it with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't just let them. They're just really stubborn about it, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
There's always someone who wants what other people have. And that's usually where I come into the picture. I mean, that used to be the case anyway.
Well, she says, I should probably let you meet some of the others around here as well. And just as she says that, Maya comes over again, and she's smiling all over again. Says, "See, I told you, it's real."
Yeah, you said that, but I think I'll be the judge of that. It's either real, or I'm dreaming, or I'm on the way to a mental hospital.
Wouldn't it be nicest, out of those three though, wouldn't it actually be nicest if it was real?
Yeah, probably.
See? Lucky you. It is.
Yeah, I'll just take it a day at a time.
That is a good idea. That's always a good idea, she says. In any case, I'm probably going to be the person you will be asking most questions to, because that's really what, all of these people tend to think that I'm really good at helping out new kids. I don't know why, but that's the general consensus. So, if you ever have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them.
Yeah. Well, some questions will probably pop up, but right now it's just a little bit too much, so...
Of course.
No questions yet.
No. Need a drink?
Yeah, anything you got.
She brings you along. She takes you to over to a large table that's been arranged with, it's set up like the most amazing hotel arrangement of food and drink and so on. It looks amazing. She reaches out and takes a mug from the table and looks at you and goes, "Beer?"
No, I don't like beer.
You don't like beer. All right. Some people do, even at your age. Soda?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
You
sure.
got anything stronger?
Stronger than that? Rum?
Yeah.
Rum and Coke?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, sure. She taps on the side of the mug and goes, "Rum and Coke, please." And you swear you can see how it's getting heavier in her hand, and then she hands it over to you.
I'm just standing there staring, smelling the thing, and just... What the... Oh, well, here goes nothing, and I'll just chug it all down.
Yep. It's rum and Coke, and it tastes really good on top of things. It's good rum in there.
I just... Well, since the world gone completely bonkers, I'm just gonna run with it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. If nothing else, if these people keep me around, I'll be able to steal a lot of things in here, so I'll get rich doing it. So I don't mind.
Yep. You so you basically you spend some time there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And eventually, probably, you need to get home again for whatever reason. You get tired eventually, for real.
Yeah.
And Maya offers to take you home like she did earlier, if you want.
Sure.
And she makes sure you get home safely, and she says, "Well, you still have my phone number, so when you wake up, if you have any questions, by all means call." And then she waves and skips off down the street, and leaves you at home.
I think I'll just go
Conk out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you fall asleep, you realize that just before sleep actually takes you, that it's going to be another one of those dreams, because the images are already starting to come at you. The one of these wild dreams full of amazing things, and then you pass out. And I think we're going to stop it there.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's...
I think he's going to have some getting used to it to do.
Probably yes. And this is just, oh well, I'm going to the insane asylum.
Yep.
So be it. At least it's fun.
Yeah, you could be going insane in far more unpleasant ways than this.
Yeah.
And at least they're letting you get drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been another one of our introduction videos for Copenhagen Dreaming, and there are obviously more to come, so please do stick around, and we'll see you for the next one. And from us here, bye.